If there's a handsome enemy king's son involved, sister, I'm there last week. I'm there 5 months ago. Hi guys, so sorry. Oh, behind you there's a bunch of glass doors you can literally see into, and my neighbor's window is right there, and we just made extremely uncomfortable eye contact. How are you doing? What's up? What's new? Give me the scoop. I've missed you. Life's not been the same. Welcome, my name's Livy. If it's your first time here, I make bookish videos. I try and make you giggle while also giving you some book recommendations and reading tips. I kind of look a bit like Poot Lovato, I feel like. Today, I wanted to talk about my Kindle a little more because I got so much love on my previous Kindle video and I want to thank you guys so much for that. And I kind of wanted to give a little bit of like a Kindle update because I've had my Kindle now for around 3 months now.
Wow, what a journey.
I said in my first Kindle video how much this has truly changed the game for me. To take today's video to just talk about specifically Kindle Unlimited. If you have a Kindle, and you're thinking about getting Kindle Unlimited, I just wanted to kind of tip you over the edge. In the least, unsexual, creepy way I could say that. The great thing about Kindle Unlimited is that you don't actually need a Kindle. You can just use it on your phone if you download the Kindle app. I have the Kindle Paperwhite. This was about 200 bucks at Best Buy. So what is Kindle Unlimited? Kindle Unlimited is a monthly subscription with Kindle that gives you access to literally millions of books and magazines and articles, etc. Also audiobooks. You can borrow up to 20 ebooks from Kindle Unlimited at a time, and that's actually not including the magazine, so you can have as many magazines you want on your Kindle. In the UK, Kindle Unlimited is $9.99, and in Canada, I believe it is also $9.99. In Canada, I would buy 4 books and it would be literally $100. Think about 4 books for $100 versus 20 books at any given time on your Kindle for $9.99 a month. And so I wanted to get into recommendations, which are all available on Kindle Unlimited. So I have 3 major recommendations for Kindle Unlimited books: dark romance, romantasy, and contemporary romance. This year, guys, I've really gotten into my dark romance era, Haunting Adeline, expecting the worst, expecting nothing but the worst, and I gagged for it. Wrong word to use. First dark romance recommendation on Kindle Unlimited will have to be, of course, the cat and mouse duet, which is Haunting Adeline and Hunting Adeline. They also have the 3rd novella, which is in the same world as this duet, called Where's Molly, which is also available on Kindle Unlimited. The cat and mouse duet revolves around Adeline Riley, who is an author who starts getting stalked, stay with me, by a mysterious man named Zaid. Oh, I'm literally blushing, I'm getting hot. All I'm gonna say about this section of recommendations, check the trigger warnings, babes. Check the trigger warnings. Next, we have most of Cora Riley's books. Bound by Honor is part of the Born in Blood Mafia Chronicles, so it's a dark romance revolving around a bunch of mafia bosses, the stories of these girls who are basically Chicago mafia royalty who have relationships with the men in the New York mafia. If you like mafia stuff and you want to start your journey in the mafia romance realm, then I think Cora Riley would be a great place to start, and most of her books are available on Kindle Unlimited. Next, we have the Ritual series by Chantal Tessier. Si tu veux parler français, c'est Chantal Tessier. Don't cringe at me too hard. Okay, stay with me. If you click off, I'm gonna know. I read The Ritual, I gagged for it. Basically about this college in America, in Vermont, I want to say. And there's a club at this college called the Lords, which are basically a bunch of young men who are murderers. Each year they do the ritual where they all pick a chosen, which is a girl on campus that they like, kind of. It's nuanced and hard to explain. And the girl then has to undergo this ritual with them if they choose to also be their chosen, where they essentially become their slave. Yeah. So if that's up your alley, okay. I've been reading the second one for about a month, and I'm not gonna lie, the second one's called The Sinner. It is intense, folks. It's a bit, what's the word I'm looking for? Raunchy. Then we have the Predator series. I have not read this yet, but every time I see someone talk about it, they absolutely live for it. They love it. In the dark underbelly of the mob, Tristan Kane has been an anomaly. As the only non-blooded member in the high circle of the Tenebrae outfit, he's an enigma to all. His skills unparalleled, his morality questionable, and his motives unknown. He is lethal and he knows it. Where are all of my morality questionable men? If you or someone you know is considered an enigma to all men and morally questionable, send him to my DMs at livyslib. I will be checking. It's like a sexy West Side Story. Then we have Penelope Douglas books on Kindle Unlimited. I have heard that Credence is quite a taboo read. I think it's an age gap romance. Tiernan DeHaas doesn't care about anything anymore.
Well, welcome to the club, sweetheart.
The only child of a film producer and his starlet wife, she's grown up with wealth and privilege, but not love or guidance. Jake Vanderberg, her father's stepbrother and her only living relatives, assumes guardianship of Tiernan, who is still 2 months shy of 18. So I'm gonna stop right there. But it is super popular and taboo, the age gap. Barely 18? Oh, know what I mean? So those are my dark romance recommendations for you on Kindle Unlimited. Next, we're going to dive into the romantasy section of Kindle Unlimited. First and foremost, we have the Serpent and the Wings of Night duology. Actually currently reading the second book in the series, The Ashes and the Star-Cursed King. That's tea. I'm loving this series. Honestly, I'm absolutely eating it up. It follows Oriah, who is a human in the world of vampires, and she was taken in by the vampire king when she was very young, after her family was all killed in the war. You know? She then enters into this competition held by the vampires every year called the Kajari, which is basically like the Hunger Games but for vampires. And she strikes up an alliance with one of the vampires named Rain, who is tall and brooding and ginger. Little curveball for ya. I love it, babes. I'm absolutely obsessed. The Plated Prisoner series by Raven Kennedy. It's based on the myth of King Midas, but reimagined. If you're not familiar, the legend of King Midas is basically about this king who is granted the wish of everything he touches turning to gold. King Midas rescued me, dug me out of the slums, and placed me on a pedestal. I'm called his precious. Gollum coded. His favored, I'm the woman he gold touched to show everyone that I belong to him, to show how powerful he is. He gave me protection and I gave him my heart. And even though I don't leave the confines of the palace, I'm safe. Okay, so I'm getting Stockholm Syndrome. I'm getting Stockholm Syndrome. Spark of the Everflame series by Penn Cole is also on Kindle Unlimited. In a mortal world colonized by the gods and ruled over by the Descended, their cruel offspring, Dame Bellator, yearns to escape the insular life of her poor village. With the dying king's handsome, mysterious heir watching her every move and a ruthless mortal alliance recruiting her to join the civil war, DM will have to navigate the unwritten rules of love, power, and politics in order to save her family and all of mortal kind. Okay. If there's a handsome enemy king's son involved, sister, I'm there last week. I'm there 5 months ago.
I've been waiting outside, okay?
They also have A Court This Cruel and Lovely by Stacia Stark, or Stacia Stark. This was nominated for Best Romantasy in 2023, actually. It's about a girl who dreams about this beautiful man for years and eventually meets him. Okay, where are the men of my dreams? When are they gonna pop up? And of course she has a dark magic which she was born with, which she has been hiding, and she doesn't know how to wield it. So she has to strike up an alliance with this mercenary who will in turn teach her how to wield her magic if she helps him in return. Next, we have When the Moon Hatched by Sarah A. Parker. When the Moon Hatched is a fast-paced fantasy romance for fans with witty banter and strong, sassy protagonists. Beneath the cover is an immersive, vibrant world with mysterious creatures, a unique magic system, and a love that blazes through the ages. I'm pretty sure it's a love story between two kind of assassins, which is giving Aelin Galathinius. And there's also dragons in it. I heard that there's dragons. I heard there's dragons in this. So, without a doubt, high up on my list. Again, Kindle Unlimited. Thank you, babe. Okay, and now we're going to move into the contemporary romance section. Just tickled the flower a little bit. I'm seeing a lot of, oh, it's leaking on me, the lily. So contemp romance, folks. A large part of the reason why I bought a Kindle in the first place was because I really wanted to enter my contemporary romance era without spending all the money. I am not a huge contemporary romance person. If I'm gonna fall in love with a man in pages, it's gonna be a fantastical man. I need a man with wings. I need a man possibly with a tail, Carden Greenbrier, to note. The only man with a tail, actually, or else I don't want a furry man, if that's what you're thinking. A man with wings, most notably. A man with pointy ears and sharp teeth, which can at any moment rip out my precious jugular. Here are my contemporary romance recs that are available on Kindle Unlimited if you are like me and want to dip your toe into it without having to spend $100 buying 4 books that you might not even like. First we have Lauren Asher, The Fine Print, the whole series. I believe it's like Fine Print, Terms and Conditions, The Final Offer. I read The Fine Print. I didn't love it. I didn't love it, babes. I mean, if you're into billionaire love stories, then I think you'd love it, but I didn't. It's basically about this girl who just gets a new job at this, basically Disneyland. It's called Dreamland. And the CEO, who is a young billionaire, catches her eye, or she catches his eye pretty much. It's kind of like Golden Retriever, Black Cat energy, where she is the Golden Retriever and he's the Black Cat. I have some friends that did love it, so definitely check it out. It's on Kindle Unlimited. That's the beauty of it. You can check it out, and if you don't like it, you can literally just delete it from your library. They also have Lauren Asher's Love Redesigned series, all on Kindle Unlimited. Love Redesigned series is about childhood rivals / enemies which reconnect later in life, I believe, and she is engaged. And I believe he's an architect and he's rebuilding a historic home for her and her new husband to live in. This is a big one. Binding 13 by Chloe Walsh. That whole series is on Kindle Unlimited. I believe it's about rugby boys. Hello. I love rugby men. This is a college romance about a rugby player named Johnny. Like, you know, super into rugby. Rugby is his whole entire life. He's the kind of guy that's like, I'm locked in. He's at the locked in factory when it comes to rugby. But then this girl comes along named Shannon, who is very horribly bullied, I believe. So each book, I'm pretty sure, is about a different guy on the rugby team of Tom in college, which I'm gonna eat that up because my current absolute huge massive crush on a real man is currently Jordan Rickey. Then we have the Elsie Silver books, Flawless, Powerless, Cowboy Romances. If you're into cowboy romances, Elsie Silver babes. All of my feminism comes to a violent halt when there is a sexy cowboy involved. I believe the first book is Flawless, and it follows the story of a bull rider who needs a babysitter for his kid. And it's about his relationship with him and the babysitter. Live out your babysitter fantasies with Flawless by Elsie Silver, and the whole rest of the Chestnut Spring series is available on Kindle Unlimited as well. Okay guys, I think that is enough for this video today. I want to thank you for taking the time to watch this video and to take a look at these recommendations. If you are an avid reader and you feel like you're spending too much money on books and sometimes getting books that you don't even end up liking that much, a Kindle is such a smart way of saving money while also reading more books and also being able to travel a lot more without bringing your entire library in your suitcase. Okay guys, I hope that you enjoyed this video. Let me know if you did. Give it a like if you did. Comment if you've read any of these books, or comment the books which you think I should prioritize to read from my Kindle. I love you guys. I'm so excited to talk to you next week. I'm going to definitely film a video this weekend. Love you guys. Subscribe if you haven't already. Make sure to follow me on Instagram at livyslib for more content. I'm so thankful for you guys. I hope you all have a lovely day and a lovely life. And I can't wait to talk to you next week. Okay. Love you. Bye.